Okay, today we're here to talk about motion sickness and seasickness. What a horrible thing to get. You go out on your cruise ship, your daily gambling cruise ship, or you take a fishing trip out in the Pacific, and you get into rough waters, and you get this seasickness, and it just ruins your whole day. It's horrible. It's worse than any flu you've ever had. It's worse than food poisoning. It's just throwing up. It's horrible. You wouldn't wish it on your worst enemy. And the thing is, there's such an easy cure for it. I'm here to tell you what the cure for it is. And this even works for, say, you're going over some windy mountain road. It takes about, it's an hour up the mountain, and children, you have little children, and they're prone to seasickness, and halfway up the mountain, they start throwing up. All moms and dads are familiar with this. It's such an easy cure, I'm going to tell you today. So if you're going out there on your gambling trip on a gambling boat, one of those boats that are about 300 foot long, and if you catch the bad weather and you get the rough seas, you're going to get seasickness if you're prone to it. And the same thing with going out on a fishing boat in the Pacific. You catch those rough Pacific waters for your daily fishing trip, and the whole trip is ruined because you're throwing up. So here's the cure, real quick. All it is, you go to any grocery store, and you pick up some ginger root, raw ginger root. You go home a week before your big fishing trip, or a week before you're going to go out on your gambling boat trip out into the ocean. You chop this ginger root up into small little pieces, and 3 times a day you eat this raw ginger root. Maybe a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons full, 3 times a day. Eat as much as you can. It doesn't taste very good, but trust me, you do this a week before you go out on your trip, and you're gonna really thank God you did, because nobody likes to be throwing up on your big fishing day or your big gambling day because you hit some rough waters. So again, a week before your trip, go to the grocery store, pick up some raw ginger root, cut it up into small pieces, 3 times a day, eat as much as you can, maybe a tablespoon, couple tablespoons of it. Have to eat it raw, don't cook it. It's got to be raw ginger root. Eat it 3 times a day, it gets into your system, cures seasickness, period. End of story. Trust me, because I'm prone to seasickness, and I worked on the gambling boats, and it works. Trust me, it works. And even if you don't know for sure, you've never been on the high seas, and you don't know if you're sick. You don't know if you're prone to it. What's it going to hurt? Eat a little bit of raw ginger a week before your trip. Good luck.